First, we need to know about our stomach. For what is that paining? Whether it is a period pain, or whether it's a kidney stone, or if it is a gallbladder calculus, or whether it Vasa. This is nothing but Ada Toda, we call it very commonly in Tamil, which is nothing but Malabar nut in English. This equally helps for an easy delivery. So the leaves boiled with water, and when it is filtered, made as a decoction and taken orally. This can ease the delivery pain during the cramps during the delivery. And this is the Nung. Nung is commonly used, the palm, and it helps for a proper contraception to avoid any unnecessarily pregnancy. This Nung is used, and that is called Tati Chettu in Telugu. So common palm tree. Yeah. So Mallika we all love to wear, and there are different varieties, but the common Mallika variety, that's the Katu Mallika, that is the wild variety of Mallika. What is the use of that is, like when in a lactating lady, when she wants to wean off her breast milk, when she forcefully stops the baby feeding, there may be clots of this breast milk. So in that cases, when we have this paste of this Mallika applied over the breast region, that can liquefy the clots, because they may get fever with the clots and all. So in that case, this is a very simple and cost-effective medicine where we grind this fresh Mallika and paste it around the breast region, which can completely liquefy the clotted breast milk. And the next herb is called Mardani. Mardani is nothing but mehendi, we all know. This equally helps in the urinary infection in cases of gonorrhea also. But the leaf powder has to be mixed with milk and taken. And this is called Tumbaipu. Tumbaipu is, it has a very small and very tender white flower. This is called Tumma Chettu in Telugu. And in case of painful period, that is the dysmenorrhea and heavy period, the fresh leaves, like if you touch the flower, it will get dissolved. That is something similar like a dew. So in that cases, we have to be very careful in collecting the flowers and all, because it just sticks on to the hand itself. So, and even the leaves can be crushed and taken along with the honey, can help in heavy periods and even in case of dysmenorrhea also. And mango tree, which is very commonly used in case of leukorrhea or heavy periods also. There is a preparation called Pushyanuga Churnam. The main ingredient in that is the seed powder of mango, which is nothing but when we have the seed powder along with the honey, that can cure your heavy periods, heavy bleeding during your periods, and also the white discharge also. So the mango bark is equally effective in that cases. And the next drug is Total Chinungi. You might have seen, if you just touch the plant, it will just shrink. Touch me not plant. It's nothing but Lajavanti in Hindi. This is equally effective in case of vaginitis, that is heavy infection in the vaginal area. The fresh root of this plant is taken, and when we mix it with the paste with the ghee, and when it is orally taken, that can help in preventing the excess period during the menstrual cycle. And the other plant is called like a Muringai tree, that is a drumstick. The drumstick leaf is very much helpful in case of contraception, and even in heavy delayed periods or painful period, and even during the lactation period, this Muringai leaf, that is the drumstick leaf, is commonly used. We make dosha, adai out of that, and we make soup out of that. When there is a deficiency of the milk in a lactating mother, we use because this is very good in iron supplement also. The other plant is Valai Tandu, that is the banana stem. In case of heavy periods and excess white discharge also, the juice of this stem is given in empty stomach, which can immediately stop the heavy flow during the periods. And the next herb is Tamare, lotus. Lotus has a wide connections related with the gynecology related issues, but commonly used disease is leukorrhea. Leukorrhea is nothing but the white discharge. The dried powder of the petals, when it is taken along with the honey or ghee in an empty stomach, that can take care of the heavy white discharge. And this is called Rama Tulasi. Rama Tulasi is commonly called Tirunitru Pachilai in Tamil. It is very aromatic. And in case of the gonorrhea, like heavy burning sensation during urination, the decoction out of that, or even the dried powder from the Rama Tulasi chedi is used in case of gonorrhea. And Ashoka is commonly used plant or the tree in all type of gynecological disorder, because you might have heard about Ashoka Arishtam in commonly given in gynecological related issue. So the dried bark powder of that, when it is taken orally, or even the root of that when it is boiled along with the water and made as a decoction, that can help to regulate your menstrual cycle. This is called Ashokamu in Telugu and Ashoka tree in Tamil. And Erandam is nothing but castor Gandharva Hastakam, I think that's called common in Telugu. It helps to increase the, like in case of amenorrhea, this decoction out of that is ricinus, that is a castor leaf is given. And even the leaf is used, like when it is taken orally, the juice of this when it is taken orally, that can take care of the delayed periods. Rose is a very common plant which is used in case of heavy period. We can dry the rose, take just powder the petal, and you can make a very simple decoction, just boil it with water, and when it is taken along with the honey, that can immediately stop your heavy periods or excess blood loss during your period. And puli is a common tamarind what we use. This is a very useful contraceptive, widely used. So the raw fresh fruit, when it is taken, it should be raw, it should not be ripe. When it is taken, that helps as a contraceptive. So Ayurveda equally helps in Garbha Sanskar. Garbha Sanskar is a topic where a couple has to properly plan for a healthy child, and the lady has to get prepared herself, both her internal organs physically and mentally, to carry that baby for the 9 months. So what all the supplements she needs and what all the regimen she has to follow during the her perpural period. There's a separate topic called Garbha Sanskar, which is clearly explained in Ayurveda to have a healthy progeny. And the one more common issue what a newly married or a married couple faces is infertility, as we have seen earlier, primary infertility and secondary infertility. Some common preparations like Shatavari, Palasha, which has to be taken on a very daily basis in a period of 21 days, that can help to cure infertility. But consult a doctor before you try any single drug therapies. And postpartum hemorrhage. Postpartum hemorrhage is like once when the lady doesn't stop bleeding after many days, even after delivery. In that case, we can use the touch me not, that is that total chiningi leaf, what I explained to you earlier. When we make the paste out of that and given internally, that can stop the postpartum hemorrhage. And even the Arjuna is again Marudam Pattai, we used to say it in Tamil. The decoction from that plant is equally given in case of postpartum hemorrhage. Menopause, the last phase of a lady, it is when it is seen in a right vision, it is a pleasant sight, but most of the ladies think it is a curse. So it is like definitely an unpleasant experience only. But once we mentally get prepared and with the support of the family, that can be a very happy menopause. And it can be experience from each and every lady in a peaceful way if they follow a very proper diet and proper lifestyle, and with some Ayurveda suggestions also. So definitely, as I told you, the family has to be a very supportive, and because that is the boon, because lot of stress, the fear factors, and mood swings because of the hormonal changes may happen. So the each and every member in the family should really understand what the lady is going through, because most of our children will be in their teens, and the mothers will be during these menopausal hormonal fluctuations. So they get very stressed out easily. So unless and until the family member understands and supports this phase, no lady can come across or pass through this menopause in a peaceful way. So the family support may be a primary medications for every lady who is undergoing this phase of menopause. And in menopausal syndromes also, Ayurveda gives a remedy called as Rasayana. Rasayana is nothing but the rejuvenatory therapy. Lot of herbal medications like Shatavari, Ashwagandha, they are all Amlaki, that is the Nellikai, which is described as Rasayana, that is to rejuvenate the depleted cells and to undergo, like overcome the hormonal fluctuations during the menopause. There are different varieties of the drugs which is explained in Ayurveda. And food and lifestyle changes. So you can inculcate some mild oil application, and take lot of food smeared with ghee, and lot of greens and minerals, and prefer very less sweet. Even if you want to have sweet, take lot of jaggery preparations, and lot of iron supplements for rejuvenations you can take, and try to reduce your sour, bitter, and very greasy and oily stuff during these phases of life. As I discussed earlier, Shatavari is a boon for all type of related issues in a woman's life cycle, because it balances the hormonal level, and it can help every lady to overcome the phase of the menopause also, because it's a very good calcium supplement also. So Shatavari Gulam or ghee made with the Shatavari can help each and every lady. And Ashwagandha, it helps to balance the hormone, especially the hot flushes and the fatty cushion. It helps to maintain the fatty cushions to the reproductive organs, and it helps to have a good sleep also, and a very good calcium supplement. So in Tamil it is called Amukuram, and in Telugu it is called Vajigandha. Yashtimadu is a source of progesterone. So this is a very important hormone during the menopause, and like the sweet rhizome. In Tamil and Telugu, it is called Retti Maduram or Adi Maduram. In Hindi, it is called Muleti. And obesity is a very common disorder which every lady come across during her menopause. So this is the phase where the ladies are very conscious about their physique, because that is a a nature's gift that they are getting weight, because during this menopause, lot of calcium oriented disease, especially the degenerative disease like osteoarthritis, lumbar spondylosis, cervical spondylosis, manifest naturally in every lady. So just as a protection, the body, the nature gives us an obese build or an extra fat deposition in the body to prevent our bones getting more deteriorated. But the lady becomes more conscious about her physique, and that is the reason they start exercising and be very conscious about their physical. That is all not necessary and not really needed. If you just go for a regular walk and watch your food, that is more than enough. Because don't try to inculcate any new habits, especially during this phase, because that will end up degenerating your bones more and more. So eat right, exercise regularly, and keep your body hydrated and sleep well. Some other minor things which we fail to pay attention. First one is always keeping our legs crossed. So that is not the way, because with these cross ankles, there will be lot of issues like varicose vein, because when there is a pressure created in the veins in the lower limbs, definitely a common complaint called varicose vein. So so for a socializing reason, or when we attend meeting and all, even myself, I am just sitting with my legs crossed. In that cases and all, the lady is more prone to get a varicose vein, which is very common for a lady, especially after delivery. So try to avoid these type of postures and try to avoid using the heels also, which will have a direct impact on your backbone. So first try to know your stomach and what type of pain is that. So through the extreme right on the higher end, when there is an excruciate pain, it relates to the gallstone, and just below to that is a kidney stone, and the lower part of the right abdomen is nothing but the appendicitis, and the umbilical region is pancreatitis, and like that. So first we need to know about our stomach, for what is that paining, whether it is a period pain, or whether it's a kidney stone, or if it is a gallbladder calculus, or whether it is a regular gas bloatedness. So when we try to palpate this, there are some medical points where we can exactly locate it. But as a common man, we should be able to tell the physician that where it is exactly paining, so that we can start the treatment without further delay. And some other main therapies which is explained in Ayurveda for a woman's life cycle is Lankana. Lankana is something like try to follow a very good diet, light food pattern. And Rasayana, as I told you, with an intake of Ashwagandha, Amlaki, Shatavari and all, that rejuvenating treatment can be done. Samshodhana, that is a very important topic again. Cleansing, periodical cleansing, that is called Samshodhana. Shodhana is nothing but a proper cleansing. You should always keep your stomach and your gut clean by taking repeated purgation like that. And Ahara, the dietary changes. Don't try to follow a new diet plan just like that. Try to taper the one which you are already following, taper it, and try to introduce the new one which you are going to follow, because the stomach can't take a sudden deprivation of an already existing food pattern and suddenly accept the new one which you are following. And achara is nothing but the dietary and the lifestyle habits. So these are some things which we have to properly follow during the menopause. Vamana again is one among the panchakarma, and virechana is to keep your gut clean. So these panchakarma are also included during the menopausal phase. And some external therapy is called Uttaravasti. Uttaravasti is nothing but vaginal douche, where we usually practice in cases of infertility. And one more panchakarma called Nasya, where we put 2 drops of oil inside the nasal cavity, which can help to regulate the hormone secreted from the pituitary gland. In case of thyroid, in cases of PCOD, which is initiated with the pituitary gland hormonal imbalance, this Nasya therapy will be helping. And Panchakarma is nothing but the 5 cleansing therapy. As I explained, Vamana, Virechana, Nasya all comes under the Panchakarma therapy.